Yep. Pets. That's why I didn't have children. Can't always throw them out. So let me tell you how I got to Mexico. During, well, first off, I had a YouTube. It was around 2022, I think maybe 2023, the beginning of, and I just quit. I didn't really know what to do, but I was told, look, just do it. You'll figure it out. I don't think my heart was still in it. My mom had passed away in 21, and I was still trying to, she's the last of my immediate family. And I think I was still trying to navigate all that stuff on top of it, but here I am. The old YouTube channel was called More Than This, and trust me, there's more than this. I kind of like the name, but I wanted to, if I'm going to do something different, I want to do it all the way. I'm not going to be zhuzhed up with makeup and jewelry. Sometimes the mohawk may come out, but right now she's in a hat. It's too much. I'm just going to be comfortable in me. So I got married during that time. Never been married, so I married at the age of 59. And she and I were watching, the debates between Kamala and Trump. And I just heard this voice tell me, you need to move. You need to move because no matter who gets elected, it's not going to get better. You need to move. And I knew immediately it meant not across town, not to another state, but out of the country. So I looked at her and I said, we're moving. And she says, okay, where? So I pulled up the map on my phone, and I knew I needed to go to a place that was going to be LGBTQ friendly, like really accepting more than what's been happening. And I was raised near Mexico, about an hour from Laredo, so I was familiar with Mexico. So I pulled up a map and they guided me to this place called Lake Chapala. And Lake Chapala is the largest lake in Mexico. It's in central Mexico, where got the mountains on each side of us. And when I say the largest lake, it's like 55 miles long and I think about 12 miles or so across. We're probably about 4 hours from Puerto Vallarta, which is almost like where I live, driving to the Texas coast. So not really that much further if you wanted to go. I don't. They have alligators in their water. So anyway, I said, I guess we're moving to Lake Chapala. So we just started watching video after video and learning more about the area. And we're a mile high like Denver, and we're, I think it's longitude. Let's see, what is it? Latitude is up and down, longitude sideways, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. You can let me know. As Hawaii. So it's tropical. And another thing I didn't want was somewhere that's going to be like super hot. So we knew we didn't want a beach area. We knew that. So after about 7 or 8 months, getting visas and passports, and it's not an easy process. You have to have some much money in your bank account for a year. You have to, when you're going to get your visa, you have to explain why, what's your intentions, do you know the language, and everything like that. They want you financially responsible, stable, because they don't want to have to support you. And I can't blame them. I can't blame them for that, because I don't want them to support me. But so anyway, we're here after an 18-wheeler. Now, with the good advice of my sweet friend that I love watching, Skywalking with Moon with Dr. Gill, she suggested renting to make sure. And I just knew this is where we're supposed to be. I just knew it. And I have a disability, so I really can't be moving all over the world. I knew this would be the last one. And we bought a home. So within all those months, we had an 18-wheeler move our stuff in. They packed stuff for us and moved in, and oh Lord, I had grandfather, father, grandmother, mother, my brother and sister are deceased. I had to separate their things to give to their kids and get rid of stuff. My mom, she was from old school. They didn't get rid of anything. So I had a mess, a big mess. Had to sell my truck, had to sell my Jeep. Ooh, that was hard. You can't bring over, I had longhorns, I had deer horns, I had all kind of stuff that I do arts and crafts with or make things with, cow hides. I had to get rid of all that. That killed me. But I knew I could replace that stuff here, which I've started to. Since I didn't want to fly my 3 Bassets down, we ended up hiring a company to drive them across, and my wife volunteered to ride down with the Bassets. So we had a company pick her and 3 Bassets, and 2 days later they met me here in Mexico. I flew in. It was like we're Central Time Zone, so when y'all don't change your time zone, we're exactly the same time as them. So, which is kind of cool because that means that sometimes of the year it only takes an hour to get here. Otherwise, it's a 2-hour flight. And so we're here. And I've done a couple of readings, met some fabulous people. The Mexican community is wonderful, and we met our people. We got our posse. We got our group for sure. They even have a UFO cafe, so I've been meaning to try to get to it, especially right now with everything heating up. And I figured if there's any place to see that kind of stuff, it would be here. Another nice thing about it, no chemtrails. They don't do chemtrails here. And the food is healthy. And I'm gaining weight, even though it's healthy. You can buy American food. You can buy American food here. It's it costs a little more. Yeah. So you learn to cook with their stuff, or occasionally treat yourself. A bag of Fritos, to give you an example. I like to have regular Fritos with my chili or with my tuna fish sandwiches. And I got a bag of Fritos for my birthday, regular Fritos. And we hadn't been able to find them since. So the other day, Tanya went to go do some shopping and found kind of small bags of Fritos. So she bought like 8 of them for me. Because they got Fritos like chorizo Fritos, which I tried and is like really funky. You would figure it to be, but it is too. Yeah. And then they have like lime Fritos, and so they bring down or make, or I don't know if they have a Frito-Lay company here or not. What the locals prefer. If I were more north, close to the border, probably have regular Fritos. And flour tortillas. I miss my flour tortillas. They have them, but they're like super thin. Super thin. It's not the kind that you want to wrap up wrap yourself up in, make yourself a burrito when it's cold out. So there's lots to love here. It's beautiful, tropical. I think the hottest it got during the summer was about 93, 94. It's a different heat. Can't explain it. We're in rainy season right now, so a rain can happen. It's supposed to happen only in the evenings, but weather's kind of changing everywhere, and it's going to. We're shifting. We're not only spiritually shifting, but Mother Earth she's going through some stuff right now. So that's a part of it also. I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be in the right frame of mind to do this. What we're going to do, I'm still trying to work out some bugs. I'm still trying to figure out how to edit if I want to edit. This one won't be edited. I don't see any need for it. I've thought about different things. I'm an artist, so I may do reads while I'm painting something or drawing something. But I do have my pendulum, and she came off her little thingy. I have my pendulum. I have my dowsing rods, and I'm self-taught on cards. I just go by what I feel when I read them. So we're going to play that way too. And there's going to be a time where I want to have y'all on asking questions, whether it be political, because I'll dabble in political. I have no problem with it. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good subject right now because people are kind of worried about what's happening. And I can't blame you. Listen, in our area, there's like 5 villages that are on this part of the lake. It's kind of, you don't know when you're leaving one going into another, really, other than a sign. But there are a lot of people from the United States, and they're still coming. I've got a couple of folks that are friends that we've talked about, hurry up and get here, because I think they may try to pull something and stop people from coming in, whether it be the United States stopping us from coming in, or Mexico for some reason gets mad and says we're going to put a halt on all this stuff. They've already kind of slowed down people getting to the getting their their visas. So that's going a little bit slower right now. And they got a lot of people they're processing and have other things on their minds too. We got a lot of people from Canada. We got a lot of people from Europe. So we get people from all over the world. And we're approximately about 25 miles from the Guadalajara airport. So it'll put you in proximity about where we are. And it's lovely. You can either live in the mix of stuff here, or you can live kind of like where we are, where we have a little more space, because we're not in the mix kind of people. So we're a drivable distance, and we have, each village has its own melicon. I don't think ours does, but the others do. And they're really lovely. They're so well done. They have little dog parks. They can have a skate park for the kids. There's a whole bike path that runs the length of the lake. I don't know how many miles it goes for people who want to bike or walk, jog, e-bike. A lot of those around. Some of the streets are like super narrow. They're all cobblestone. Our street is cobblestone. And some where we can pass a car, like one's coming, you can pass them. But in some of the villages, you're skirting your way through these little streets, these cobblestone streets. And stop signs are just a suggestion. Oh, driving is crazy. You learn it pretty quick, but I'm thinking if I ever go back to Texas and have to drive, people are I'll probably get arrested for bad driving. Or maybe it'll come back to me. But yeah, it's different. But it's lovely. I mean, just some of the inconveniences of life are not going to be any more inconvenience than I think it's going to be in the States, honestly. You get electrical outages every now and then. Of course, water, having clean water you need your purification systems. We buy huge bottles of water and stuff just to be safe. And I think that's something y'all are going to be going through too. More so, especially with data centers going in. I really read on that as that's definitely going to be an issue. Definitely going to be an issue. All the surveillance going in and stuff, that really concerns me. I hope y'all understand that I'm so against all the stuff they're doing. It makes me really sad. Like I said, they don't even seed the clouds here. They don't put chemicals in the clouds here. It's lovely looking up and seeing a blue sky. And it just is. They have a different way of living here. And they've been doing it for a very long time, hundreds of years. Some of the buildings here are original from the 1500s. It's just amazing cool. So what else? Yeah, so see what I'm saying? If I didn't stick with the outline, I would be all over the place. But yeah, we're going to play. I mean, I want to play. I want to do some reads. We'll do personal questions. I want to do this about once a week. If I can get this put on YouTube successfully, I'll be grateful. So I'm going to try that today. I'm not going to even watch us back, because if I do, I'll second guess myself. I know y'all been there, haven't you? All my YouTube people. I'd really like to give a shout out again to Skywalking with Moon, Dr. Gail. Anybody out there interested in UFO ETs and her experiences and other people's experiences, please go to her site. Definitely want to give a shout out to Linda G. Comanche Psychic. She cracks me up. She's like talking to an ant or something it's just, I love her. Been watching her forever and ever. And then we have our Sunday morning ritual of watching Sterling, psychic medium. He's pretty amazing. So I want to give a shout out to those folks. And I hope to get some of y'all to, I've got another, I'm making another email address. And I'll let you know as soon as I make sure it's working, if it doesn't show up. I'm new to this. I am so technologically ding-dong. Just am. So I'm learning. I've got a friend coming in from the States. She's moving in from Oregon, and she knows how to do this stuff. So I'm going to get her, once she settles in, I'm going to get her to come over and teach me how to do some things with all this. Because I'd like to use my laptop, but I couldn't figure it out. I know I used to do it, but for some reason I just couldn't figure it out. Anyway, I'm at 20 minutes. So, hello. Glad to be back. And I will keep in touch. And glad you got to see me. So, let's do something. And if you hadn't noticed, I put in a couple of little reads while I was talking to you. Right? And keep looking up to the stars. Might just see them. Could be US BS. Could be some other country's BS. But there's some real ones up there. Right? They're going to come down here and help us. That's probably why the rich people are building bunkers. I was thinking about that. But we'll talk about that another day. Peace out, babes. Bye-bye.